And so Paul advises here the captain and the centurion. And there's, which is a kind of a curious thing. Paul's a prisoner. He's under guard, and yet he is addressing the authority figures on the boat in order to advise them about what they should do. One of my favorite lines in Willie James Jennings' wonderful commentary on the book of Acts comes in this final section, and he talks about Paul as a desperate citizen who's going to press his rights of citizenship as far as they will go in order to thwart death and its agents. And I think about that Jennings' characterization of Paul in that way here, because his citizenship isn't stated in this passage like it is at some previous points, but Paul speaks to authority figures and gets heard. And sometimes he also gets ignored, but he has the capacity to address and offer advice, and Paul does. This first one is interesting because Paul warns them that if they continue on traveling, bad things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And so people wonder here, does Paul have some sort of special insight? Is Paul here being particularly prophetic? And I think that's possible. It wouldn't be the first time Paul said something along those lines. But it's also kind of widely recognized this is a bad time of year to be sailing in the Mediterranean. Like late in the year is storm season.
Doesn't
And
take
so
a
it's
prophet.
it's also possible that that Paul is simply naming what's commonly known and hoping that common sense will override what might be prophet motives.
Yeah.
And in other ancient shipwreck scenes, there is a warning not to travel because of the weather, the time of year that's then ignored is actually a pretty common feature. And so much so that the fact that this happens basically guarantees that the next thing that's going to happen is a storm.